Woodman here. It is Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome aboard. If you're returning, I'm glad you remain a subscriber. You make this channel great. May the Most High God, Mother Sophia, the Son, Jesus Christ, the Spirit of the universe bless you with protection, health, and abundance. I wanted to talk to you today about coming to terms with your shadow side. And this is something that cannot be ignored and it definitely cannot be underscored. Let's start off with rejection sensitivity dysphoria, RSD. This is a condition that's characterized by intense emotional pain in response to perceived or actual rejection, criticism, or failure. It's actually often seen in individuals with ADHD, but it can affect anyone. The sensitivity to rejection can make social interactions and personal achievements feel like constant tightropes, where even minor setbacks or criticisms can feel devastating. And trust me, I know how this feels because I believe I'm undiagnosed ADHD. Understanding and addressing RSD requires a deeper look at our inner experiences and the societal programming that influences our self perception and responses. Here's a way to frame how embracing our shadow side and rejecting societal norms can actually lead to more greater, profound personal growth. Let's start off with embracing the shadow side. The shadow side, a concept which was introduced by Carl Jung, represents the parts of ourselves that we might reject or hide from others. Notice that I did not say that these are our worst parts or parts that are problematic or dark or undesirable. It's about rejection and wanting to hide. It's about our fears, our insecurities, and the aspects of our personality that don't fit into our ideal self image. There's not anything wrong with the shadow side. Embracing the shadow side involves recognizing these parts as integral to our full self. Rather than rejecting or denying these aspects, integrating them allows us to develop a more authentic and compassionate relationship with ourselves. So really don't think anything like, oh, this is your bad side, this is your evil side, this is your taboo side. It's all part of you and you're beautiful as you are. Let's go with self-acceptance now. Accepting our shadow traits, we reduce the power of rejection over us. When we understand our fears and insecurities, we can begin to manage them more effectively rather than letting our fear of rejection or these fears in general control our thoughts and reactions. Reaching inner harmony. Acceptance of our whole self brings inner peace. When we are at peace with our shadow, we become less reactive to external judgments or criticisms because we have already made peace with our vulnerabilities. In short, by accepting all of us, we come to realize that our image of our body, our image of our intelligence, our image of our social skills, all of this becomes something that goes away because we realize God made us beautiful and perfect as we are. So we can address and heal past wounds, and this will lead to a stronger and more resilient sense of yourself. I think I got a message earlier today that perhaps an ancestor was kind to come through and remind me that I am descended from very resilient people, and therefore that even though we are in this current day and age, that perhaps we have lost our resilient selves because they had to survive what's so much harder, right? So we create these unrealistic pressures and insecurities and heighten our sensitivity to rejection when in fact these individuals that preceded us had to go through things that were much harder. Let's talk about challenging norms. By questioning and rejecting societal norms that don't serve us, we allow ourselves to live more authentically. This might mean redefining success, beauty, or worth in ways that align with our personal values rather than societal expectations. In other words, back in the day, a lot of people didn't always think about all of these things that we become obsessed with in this modern day and age. In other words, are we moving towards a society that's more vain? Are we letting things bother us that really shouldn't? We have to become empowered through our authenticity. When we align with ourselves and rather than guilting ourselves over societal expectations, this allows us to genuinely fulfill all of us rather just than what we think society might expect. So this is how we can then come to unlocking our greatest potential. When we are at peace with our shadow side and we are no longer bound by societal expectations, we no longer beat ourselves up being worried that we don't look a certain way, we don't act a certain way, we're not popular in a certain way, then we have that increased resilience. We can accept ourselves fully, including our vulnerabilities, and we become extremely resilient. We become less afraid of failure or rejection because we understand these experiences as part of our growth rather than as reflections of our worth. In other words, you're always going to be growing. You're never quite where you need to be. These are opportunities for you to grow. Getting into the unknown is opportunities for you to grow. So you shouldn't be scared away from the unknown. You should run towards it. You then can unleash your creativity when you do so. You become willing to explore new ideas. You are willing to take risks when you are not constrained by the fear of loss or the fear of rejection. What about deepened connections? When we are true to ourselves, our relationships become more sincere, more genuine. We connect with others on a deeper level because we actually foster authentic and meaningful interactions. Imagine if we're in a relationship where we're constantly trying to please a partner because we believe that they're going to be cross with us over this or cross with us over that, that maybe we aren't fulfilling their needs. You need to fill your own cup first, okay? You don't need to be filling other people's cups and then they don't give back to you. If you find yourself constantly apologizing, constantly worried about what your partner's thinking about you, always thinking that maybe you're not good enough, having imposter syndrome, then you have not addressed your shadow side. You really need to combat this rejection, dysphoria sensitivity by realizing that all of you is beautiful, all of you is good, and that you can go into the unknown. You can go to things that you don't know. You can become personal growth, and that will empower you to have more authenticity and achieve a deeper sense of self as well as a deeper sense of fulfillment. You will unlock your potential. You will be able to create art, you will be able to create things of beauty because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And maybe sometimes you're not going to always make everyone happy. Maybe sometimes there are just some people that are not going to be digging your vibe. There are some people that are not going to be feeling you. They're not going to like the way you look. They're not going to like the way you walk. They're not going to like the way you talk. But in those situations, what do we say? We say, screw you, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not my job to be the people pleaser and to make sure that everyone is happy. It's my job to find the people that are willing to unconditionally love me, who are not willing to obsess. And this even goes for relatives. If relatives just nag you all day long about every little thing. Because don't get me wrong, it's great to have constructive criticism and, to have room for improvement. But if you see that people are just nagging you just to nag you, finding things wrong with you just to find things wrong with you, even inevitably gaslighting you, right? Because, they're making you think one way and you're saying, well, that's not right. And then they're like, oh, what are you talking about? That's in your head. It's not, I didn't do that. It's like, you can tell that they're screwing with you. You can tell that they just want to pick a beef with you. They just want to fight with you. They just want to oppose you. That's going to be a lifelong thing. You're going to always have opposition. You're going to always have people who are going to rise up against you. But you can't let them get to you, and you take away their power once you remove their ability to affect you. Matter of fact, let me do you one better. People in your life that are problematic and they're trouble, cut them out. Don't think about them. Don't even devote your thoughts to them, because even devoting your thoughts to them is losing energy. It's draining energy because, quite frankly, you owe them nothing. You should forget about those people. They're losers. They're not important anyway. You move on. You understand that you can't make everyone happy, and nor do you have to, nor should you try to. You should love all of you for you, and you should be around the people who love all of you for you, and who not sit there and try to second guess you, try to make you think you're not worthy, try to make you think that, you are someone who's just doesn't get it, right? Those are the kind of people that you need to make ancient history. You need to leave them in the dust. Don't give them a second thought. Think about the positive. Think about the ways your life can move forward. Think about the way your life can get better. Don't obsess over these people that really were always haters from day one. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you're new here, please welcome to the family. Please like, share, and subscribe, and continue to enjoy this content. If you're returning, thank you for your support. You make this channel great. This is Woodman signing off on this Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. God bless you. God protect you. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Take care.